Okay.
Okay, so as we log into the Canvas, you'll see this should be pretty representative of the landing page that you'll see on 123. Now, when you log in, here will be the first page. So if you have questions about the coursework, please use this Canvas inbox option here. You won't find me on Canvas. Some students look for me. I'm not on there right now, but you will see that there's an inbox for Sam here. Of course, I can't access that in student view, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You should be able to figure out how to send a message through there. And if you send it there, we'll see it. If you have other questions, you can email me, but email tends to be something of a black hole, and it might end up going into the void. So
And
usually,
let me just interrupt you to remind you again, you can always reach me Monday through Thursday at 7:30 on this Twitch channel. So,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. So, and that there is, I put that in the syllabus too. So if we look at the syllabus here, it's right up at the top. And we've got the link here to Sam's Twitch stream, so you can go there to get live help. And sometimes he's in the lab too after class if you are wanting in-person help on weeknights. So Monday through Thursday. If you want to get remote help, you can go in there. Now, if your schedule is such that you just can't be available at that time because you got other stuff going on, just reach out and either one of your fellow students will help you. I'll help you. We'll make arrangements to make sure that you get the help that you need. We can be flexible with finding times to meet up with you over Zoom or whatever it takes. But usually there are a lot of resources for this content, and most problems we can help you debug over the internet, whether that's through message boards or through the Discord is a good place. There is a 123. There is a CNIT 123 channel in the Discord that I sent out the invite for. And again, I collected all the links from today, so we'll post those up in a document so that you have access to those at any time. Now, something that we have shifted to in the past few years is moving to CTF problems as the basis of the course. So, as you see on this page, there is a series of challenges here. And the way that this course is scored is like a video game. So it's all points based. I want to emphasize that because I can't emphasize it enough. It's all points based. So essentially, you're going to have a points breakdown that will correlate to your scores, right? So we're looking at a total of 815 points, roughly. So for that 815 points, the scoring is pretty cut and dry. 90% of that 815 points and above is an A. 80% and above is a B, and so on. And I have a chart here too that I can drop in the chat here because we calculate points at midterms and again at finals. So here we go. Here's the points breakdown for midterms and finals. Sorry, the formatting got a little messed up there, but that's what you're looking at in terms of points. So the only thing that we have to ask you to do is if you go look at the modules, this is a state distance education compliance thing for now. We gotta ask you to join the discussions. So you'll see that there are these class discussions in each module. That's really the only mandatory thing that we have to ask you to do is to weigh in on these discussions. So you're supposed to make 2 posts every week. I did my best to make it not super boring each time. So please try to make 2 posts every week. That's the most important compliance rule. The rest of this stuff, it's anarchy. You can do whatever you want. So, you don't, I've included a quiz for each section. You can take the quizzes if you're a good quiz taker. If you're a good test taker, there's a midterm exam and there's a final exam. Those are not mandatory if you're not a good test taker, but I encourage you to do that because it's going to help you identify. You'll learn things from taking the quizzes, most likely, and exams. Any points that you get just get added onto your total. So let's say you take a quiz that's worth 20 points and you bomb it. Let's say you only get like 6 points off of this quiz. Normally that would be an F and it would tank your grade. In this case, nothing is weighted. So those 6 points that you earned, they just go on to your total. It's not going to mess you up. It's not going to, you got nothing to lose by taking the quizzes or the exams. Only points to gain. So I just want anybody who's got testing anxiety, anybody who gets worried about that, you can throw that out the window for this class. It's not going to affect you. But I do encourage you to take those. If you don't want to, though, that's fine. Again, the only thing you really have to do each week is complete the discussion so that we can be sure we're in compliance. Now, you'll see some projects and assignments here in these modules. These are all legacy projects. You'll see they have 0 points attached. If you want to do these, you can. They're extra credit projects. However, a lot of this stuff's old. A lot of it's obsolete. I tried to cull everything that's broken, but you may every once in a while run into something that's broken. So those are a roll of the dice. I would not really encourage you past the first module to do those assignments. Instead, what I suggest doing is to get the bulk of your points from the CTF page. That's the way to go. These are the projects that are most commonly updated and most current. So on this page, the other thing I want to emphasize, you don't have to go in order. You can skip around. You can pick what is most useful to you, what's most interesting to you, and earn your points that way. There are also numerous opportunities to earn extra credit. It's pretty much unlimited extra credit opportunities for this class. So the benefit of that is you're really in control of your grades. Scoring is transparent. You know what you're going to get. The downside of that is all of the responsibility and accountability is on you. So if you get a bad grade, it's on you. You've got every option, every opportunity to get help, to get extra credit. There are numerous ways to score points. That puts you completely in control of your grade, takes a lot of the ambiguity out of it. As I said, it's scored like a video game. It's all points-based. So when you log into this page, and again, let me leave the student view here because it's not great. When you log into this page, of course, Canvas is not cooperating. One moment here. Sorry, folks. Canvas is giving me trouble here. Share the screen again. So you'll see the CTF credentials and logins are in 2 places. There's a link here in the syllabus, and then there's also a section in the modules, and it contains all of the information that I have just gone over here. Explains that you need to complete the discussions. It's got a link to the CTF, and it's got the login credentials right there. So once you go to that page and you start completing those challenges, you'll see that you have you want to submit your points. So what you'll do here, say for example, say you go to say you go to the first project here. This is one that you might have completed during this class. You'll work through the assignment, and then down here at the bottom, you'll see a flag that you need to submit. So here somewhere. Here we go. So you'll see the flag here. So you'll enter this command, and then as in the screenshot, you'll take the output that's covered by this green square here. You'll take that output, and then you'll go over to, we see that this is challenge H100. So we've got a series H here. We've got challenge H100. You want to put in your name and the flag and then submit it. And then you'll see your name pop up on the scoreboard here. Now, as you can see, some people use their government name. Some people use a handle. Either one is fine. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to do is not a problem. However, when we get to, I take these scores twice a semester. So I take them at midterms and I take them again at finals, and I include them in your grade. And you'll see there are two places to submit those scores. So they're modules that are put in here, the CTF module, and you'll see there's a score for midterms and a score for finals. Now, I check these the scoreboards numerous times throughout the semester, and I keep rolling your grades in. However, if you have used a handle and I don't know what your actual name is, you need to let me know what it is so I can give you credit for it. If you have made your, if you've made your handle Script Kitty, and I don't know who Script Kitty is, I cannot give you the grade for it. So what I asked you to do is submit a screenshot here, along with your name highlighted or a name or something, so that I can be sure that you get the credit for your points. So I ask that twice a semester. If you use your government name, it's not as big of a deal because it's pretty easy for me to figure out who's who. But otherwise, I need you to let me know. So that's all I ask is submit a screenshot twice a semester that's got your a screenshot of your score on the scoreboard. And I'm going to pause here to check and see if there are any questions in the Twitch. No. Let's see. I'm sorry, I have to go where can I catch the recording? That's going to be up on Sam's class. Wait, so are the quiz points extra credit or part of the total 815? Great question. Those are part of the total 815 questions and the exams. So that'll contribute to your total, or if you don't want to take those, just make sure you get enough points through the CTF problems or the extra credit or anything like that. Yeah, those of us that were added today, are we supposed to see it pop up in our Canvas dashboard yet? I would think so, because the courses should be live. But who knows what's going on in CCSF systems. I don't know if any of the other students that were added during the session are able to see it right now, or not, but it should. Oh yeah, and someone mentioned that you do have to complete the ad process. You got to go back into that RAM. Now that I approved it, you got to go back in the RAM portal and do something. Like there's some other step that you got to complete to add it after you've been approved. But I'm afraid I can't remember what that is. If anybody, I know several students added during this course. If you could help segue along with whatever it was you had to do in the student portal, that would be nice. Can you get extra credit for joining ECTF? I don't know what ECTF is, but
Yes,
it sounds
you can.
good to me.
Yes, ECTF is great. You can.
Okay. Oh, CCDC. Yes. Yes. Any kind of CTF, you can get extra credit for doing a hackathon or doing a CTF at a conference. Going to a conference, going to a lecture. I just ask you to write a little bit about what you learned. You can get extra points for doing an hack the box challenge and writing a pen test report about it. There's a whole variety of extra credit opportunities for the course. And if you have questions, just ask. Okay, are there good question here? 2 questions to clarify. Are there assignments with hard deadlines, discussions, project, etc.? And our final grade is just going to be calculated based off the total points earned during the course. Yes and yes. So yeah, the discussions do have deadlines because it's a compliance thing, and we have to we need to maintain the outward appearances of compliance for the government. So those, yeah, you need to be doing them every week. I have built in a little bit of flexibility there, but please try to get those done each week. That's really the only one. It should only take you a few minutes to do it because they're really not super onerous and challenging. And then as the other deadlines that you got to keep in mind are we have to submit grades for midterms and for finals by certain dates. So there are dates in the Canvas for when those points are due for the CTF date. So make sure you get enough points in order for your midterms by, the dates are on here, by March 30th. And then for the final, the very last day of class is the May 18th. So those are pretty much the hardest deadlines in the course because, and I try to leave them as long as possible. But we need those so that we can calculate the grades and get those submitted in time. Because otherwise, Sam's inbox gets stuffed full of panicked emails from irate college administrators. So, and then the other question is, final grade is just going to be calculated based off the total points earned during the course. Absolutely, and yes. So, it's scored like a video game. That's all it is. So it's got a breakdown here on points. This is completely flexible. That 815, we don't care where it comes from. It can come from challenges, extra credit, quizzes, discussions. Discussions are scored at 10 points per discussion too. So that's an easy way to rack up a few points there. So numerous ways to earn points. Don't care how you do it. It's all points based. Next question. Okay, still can't see it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Where do we enter the flag? Like, where is that website? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and post the link again here in the chat, so that you can access it from your Canvas. But here's the direct link, and then here's the credentials to log in. And when you want to go submit your points, you just go click on this submit flags link up at the top and you submit them there. And then after you submit them there, you'll see your name come up on the scoreboard. Right here. Okay. And then, what else here? Canvas, yep. Okay. Yep, okay, good. Sam's got this ECTF up on the page. Sam, did you want to talk a little bit about, somebody asked what ECTF is?
Yeah, ECTF is, they're just forming a team now. to hack into a hardware device. Well, actually, what you have to do is you have to build the software to run the hardware device, and then people will try to attack it. So it's from MITRE, and it goes all semester. So they're organizing a team. You should email Lan Chi quickly if you want to do it, because you must register by the end of the month. And another one to check out is NCL, National Cyber League. That's also a lot of good stuff, and that'll be opening, I think, next month. So I'll have more details about that.
I didn't realize that was the MITRE CTF.
Yeah.
I think there is a limit to how many people can join that, and I'm
I
not
think they have
sure.
3, and you can have up to 6 or 8, so a few more people can join.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna put Lan's email address. She's the team captain, current team captain, and the organizer for the team. So let me go ahead and put her. I'm gonna drop her email address in the chat. And she's also a good person. She's done CPTC 2 years in a row now. So if you have questions for her, she's a good person to ask about, if you want to know more about what the experience is like, and so forth. She's a good person to reach out to. So I'm going to go ahead and drop her email. Her name's Lan Che, and here is her email. Drop that in the chat. What else? For HTB and THM challenges, I'm still a little unclear on the connection. Are we accessing those sites from our VM or our primary with a VM connection? It just depends on the challenge that you're doing. I think TryHackMe is all browser-based.
It's all, but you do have to run like a VPN client or something, I think. So you'll have to do it all inside your Kali for that one.
Yeah. So, and then
there'll be instructions on the site.
I think there was just SSHing into the box. Yes, there are a few ways to grab. Yes, do TryHackMe in the box. Is the scoreboard for every student who has ever taken the class? No, it's not for every student that's taken the class. But it's probably got like the last semester.
Yeah, I'll clean it out in the next few days.
Yeah, Sam will reset it. Maybe you should reset it now before people start.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll leave the most recent scores in.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Sam hasn't been hacked since 2020. Well, yes and no.
Well, I mean, Caitlin's hacked me about a dozen times. Every time.
I was going to say, pretty much every time.
Yeah, and you have.
Him, he gets hacked.
They keep stealing my phone and putting silly pictures on it.
He's quit putting them up on the board.
Well, for new people, it would be redundant.
But hey, nothing. There's always new challenges to conquer.
If anybody new hacks me, they'll get extra credit.
Even if I'm new to the stuff, okay, yes, you can.
So okay, if students want a hint. So a lot of Sam's servers that he and Liz sort of touched on this. A lot of the servers that are running like the projects, like for like homework assignments, they haven't been updated in a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, they're intentionally vulnerable. You wouldn't necessarily get extra credit for hacking them, but you might.
Right, but you're not supposed to be able to get root on those servers, and you can.
Well, that's true. You totally can.
And so that's one good way to hack Sam in ways that are a bit beyond what was intended.
Let's show. We should show off one of my favorites of your handiwork, Caitlin.
Oh yeah.
So if we visit Sam's Hall of Fame, this is one of the most magnificent items that I have ever seen. So Caitlin put a little more pizzazz on Sam's website.
Yeah.
Dressed it up a little bit.
Yep.
So goals.
Yeah. That showed a lot of artistic sensibility there. Right, I think I better quit recording this because I have to go teach a class at 1. Is there anything else you want in the video, Liz?
I think that covers it. Does anybody have any other questions? Does everything make sense?